Good day, and thanks for joining us again for another edition of Beard Creations. Today we're going to dip our hoop nets and our wire nets. Here we've got hanging behind us our hoop nets, and I just want to tell you, I am not a professional. I don't do this for a living. I'm actually a preacher, but we do this to eat and to feed ourselves and a few other people. But in Louisiana, where we live, you can run 5 hoop nets on a recreational license, hoop net license. And so we actually have a little more than 5. So my sons, I have 2 sons, and I've got Titus here with me today that's going to help me do this. And today, because of his gloves, we're going to call him Dr. Nefarious. And so anyway, we're here, and you know, he'll get his license, and then we'll run a few more than 5 if we need them. But we're going to dip our nets, and what we're going to do, what we've already done is we've already prepped the nets. We've already repaired anything that need repairing. When any holes, we've tied up, we've pressure washed them. You know, and you say, why pressure wash them? Because during, while they're out, or they get covered in grime and stuff in the rivers or bayous, and even when you pull them out and you've got them sitting, sometimes they can turn green. Rats can, anything can happen. So we clean them up, and we've had them hanging now for a few days, and it's late January here in Louisiana, so we're getting ready for the Appaloosa and the blues and stuff to start spawning here in a couple of months. So we're just getting prepared for, hopefully March we'll have some current and we can get our nets back in the water and catch some fish. But today we're going to start by dipping our nets, and I just wanted to show you in what we've got here is net coat. It's something you buy from a net company, and it's I've got a little piece of a bucket left here, and I just wanted to show you. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and mix it with gas. So basically, for every gallon of net coat you use, you're going to use a gallon of gas and mix with it. And so what it does is it liquefies it, and I'll show you in a minute. But as you can tell, I don't have enough there to dip all these nets in. So what I've done is, you can also go to the local hardware store, and what I've done is I've got foundation roof coating that is non-fiber. And you can take, and it's basically the same thing, and I'm actually going to mix it and mix them together with gas, and it'll do the same thing. It's about $50 for the 5-gallon bucket at the local hardware store. That's what I paid. I think it was $47 and something plus tax. And so anyway, we're gonna mix this together, and then we'll start dipping. Opening this bucket and getting it ready. All right, so now we're going to mix our gas in with our net coat. I'm just going to pour some in this bucket. And one of my sons here, Titus, Dr. Nefarious for today, is going to come and start mixing on this. And we're going to see what it looks like. And it's a little cool today. We've been waiting on a little warmer temperatures. And so we're going to stir this and get this ready to go. Then we'll pour it. What we've got here behind me is a little swimming pool. And yeah, it's January, but actually we were able to find one this time of the year because the one I was using was broke. And I got online on the internet and found a pool. I think we paid like $10. And what this is a little plastic kiddie pool. And we'll pour that water out. But it's just a little 4-foot. If you've got bigger hoop nets, 5-foot would be better. But I'll show you in just a minute what we're gonna do. All right, he's got it mixed here, and we're gonna pour it in our little pool and see what it looks like. And I just want to tell you, you don't want to wear good clothes when you do this. It will get on anything and everything, and anything it touches, it'll ruin. So be sure to wear old clothes. So what we're going to do now is, what I've done is we've got our nets tied up in a tree. So what we're going to do is I've got them tied to a trailer over here, just holding them up. And what we're about to do is let this net down into this pool, and we're going to cover it, dip it into this net coat, and then we're going to hang it back up and let it drip dry. and let it drip for a few minutes, and then we're going to move our pool to the next one. Is how we do it. And so yeah. Into the pool. And like I say, I'm not a commercial fisherman or anything. We just recreational, but this is what we do, and I just wanted to show what we do, maybe to help somebody. And you know, I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but what we do is you take it and you just pour it you just pour it on there, and it will cover it. And what's happening is this net coat will get on there, and it will actually protect it in the water and from the sun, from decaying, and from the rope, the strings and stuff getting brittle. It just protects it. And you normally do this, you know, once a year, or if you fish a lot, you have to do it more often. But as the net needs it, you know, it needs repair, it needs a coating. So, all right, bud, spin it. No, just hang on. And you just keep pouring it on it until it's, you know, saturated. And a lot of this will come off, and it will drip back into the little pool. So you're not wasting it. So, see anywhere else? Here. Okay. Stick it in there. Look pretty good. Yeah. Good to me. Alright, what we're using is just a little old sour cream bucket. And take what's that, bud? Drip on you. I'm just going to slowly pull it back up. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but it's coated pretty good. It's dripping back into the little pool. So let it set right there for a minute and let it drip, and then we'll pull it up and tie it off and go to the next one. All right, so the last net we did was a 3-foot hoop net, and now we've got a 4-foot hoop net. And as you can tell, our net is bigger than our container. So I just want to show you what you do. You just go slow and work it around as best you can, you know, into your container. Because some people, you know, you can take and use a barrel cut in half, or just about anything that'll hold liquid. That you can, you know, some people take an old tire, you know, old tractor tire or something, like a little bit, and we're just gonna go slow and work it around. And as you can tell, you know, you see our string in there, the twine that we had used, and we ain't in no hurry. We're just gonna take our time. You know, if you got a bigger container, it goes a little quicker, but you know, you use what you got, right? And so it'll work. You know, you may have something laying around your house or somebody that you can use. You ain't got to go spend a whole lot of money. You know, you just, you know, most of us, we're just trying to figure out how to make it and take care of our families. And so anyway, just wanted to show, you know, and like I said earlier, there's so many ways of doing things, but this is what we do. And you know, like I said, we're not trying to get rich, we're just trying to eat. And there's so much food out there in the water, you just got to go get it. And you know, some of us, we enjoy fishing, but you know, some of us, we like to catch, and we like to eat. And others of us are better at fishing than others. But think about a net is it's fishing for you when you at the house. And I just want to say right here that be sure to check your state laws, because not every state you can run nets like this. But like I said, we're here in Louisiana and we can. And so anyway, I'll get it on you. Titus, you're doing a fine job. I don't care what your brother says about you. So you can tell our net is not quite, it slid down in our limb a little bit, so it's not going to quite get off the ground, but it'll be all right. Don't bump this. So our pull wasn't quite, not our pull, but our rope wasn't quite long enough, so I just put something under it to get it off the ground till it dries. It'll be okay like that. And we'll let it set and dry. So we just finished with the last net, dipping it, and I'm gonna pull it up and let it drip dry, and then we'll do our wire cages. So we've got our 5 foot, or actually it's up to 4 foot catfish wire nets, and what you've got is a reinforced concrete wire that's covered by the, I believe these 1.25 inch nets. And a lot of guys, they take them off when they do it, but it's so much easier to do it. It's not going to affect that concrete wire, so we're going to lower these down and dip them here like we did the big nets. Lay this down like this, pour it over it, similar to how we did the hoop net. Covering all the mesh of the wire. Pull it up and let it dry again. And like I said, we'll let it drip over the container. for a little while. It quits kind of dripping. And, that's all it is to it. And we'll let it drip for a minute, tie it up, and move to the next one. And you know, they're almost brand new again. So, but yeah, nothing to it. So today we have dipped our hoop nets, dipped our wire nets, and it's done. So now we're gonna let them dry, hang for several days, and then we'll put them up and get ready for the temperatures to get a little warmer when the 50s and 60s start coming and the waters start rising and we get current. You got to fish current with catfish, and but when the temperatures get in the 60s and headed toward the 70s, you know, the catfish will be moving, they'll be running, and be time to catch them. So I hope your nets are full this year, and I want to thank Dr. Nefarious here, my son Titus, for helping me, and thanks for joining in with us today, and I hope we helped. So anyway, may the Lord bless you. May God do amazing in your life. Be blessed, and please like and subscribe, and look forward to more videos. Thanks for joining. Be blessed.